12, 11, 10, 9.
I wanted to fly airplanes since I was 6 years old. I remember getting up at 4 in the morning watching the astronauts and John Glenn and those people.
We have a liftoff, 32 minutes past the hour.
My goal when I was in undergrad was to become an airline pilot and a financial advisor. I had no idea what that meant. When I was in the Air Force, a program had been started called the Certified Financial Planner Program, CFP. And I go, there's a name for it. That's what I'm going to be. So I was flying weekends at Eastern, and then during the week I was in the office. And then I got hooked up with a firm here in Atlanta, and they were looking for somebody to train and mentor advisors.
You know, Don was brought in as like our investment guru.
Anything I had financial planning questions or whatever, I would go sit down with Don. Don Patrick is the financial planner that we all want to be when we grow up.
They asked me to be the branch manager. It was 6 months into it, I incorporated Integrated Financial Group. It was kind of my plan being the old Boy Scout, you know.
The industry itself was going through massive changes. We didn't know from week to week what the name of the company was going to be, what the name of our organization was going to be.
It was in 2003 that company sort of fell apart.
I'll never forget the day. It was March 10th, 2003, when these gentlemen arrived from All America Financial to inform us that what we had previously known was going away.
And the advisors now had to go to another broker-dealer.
And it was really a shame that we're all going to split off and go in our own different directions. And the more we talked, the more I believe that there was a way that we could figure out how to stay together. But it was going to take somebody who was willing to take charge and lead us all in the same direction. And of course, the obvious guinea pig was Don.
He kind of held up his hand and volunteered, and we all said, "You got the job." Don had to figure out where we were going as a group. First of all, try to keep this group together.
I'm getting ready to sign on the hook, a person on the lease, and personally guarantee it for a couple $1 million.
Talk about a gamble.
I'm talking to Eve. I said, "Do you understand what I'm getting ready to do here?" I call her and I said, "Do you get what we're really ready to do here? We could go bankrupt if this thing doesn't work."
I thought it was a genius idea, so I had no qualms about it.
I did.
I had more.
Karen Cook and I were putting all this stuff together.
Where things were just happening at the same time, and things could go so wrong.
We had 6 weeks to find a home and to figure out what we're going to do. I'm running around the country. I'm trying to put the structure together. We had to put financials together with no history.
And he had been flying around, I think, hit every broker-dealer in the country.
I'm trying to put the comp structure together. Can't get it to work. So Lori Moore pops in my office.
I guess where I came in on the whole deal was I kept trying to figure out where I could help in some way.
And he is low-tech. So he's got a yellow pad, a number 2 pencil, a glass of scotch.
And abacus. Most people don't even know what an abacus is.
The next morning he shows up in my office about 7 a.m. and says, "I think I got it." And he figured out our comp structure.
It was just so many things happening at the same time. It was just crazy, but in a beautiful way.
And Don, I think, was beginning to believe that, yeah, we could pull this off.
And it just, I don't know, it just fell into place. We had a nice thing going. We had, things were really in place, and we were really rolling along.
That's kind of where it started. And then from that commonality of what we're going through, we share things in the whole culture of the consortium. Everything kind of just, grows from there.
The beauty of our culture is we don't have a lot of egos. In fact, we have a lot of very unselfish people who are willing to do whatever it takes to help out the person next to them.
It's one big happy family, except we don't have all the baggage.
The vision from the very beginning was about this culture. That has not changed. We've just gotten better at protecting it. I didn't see us in 10 states and $4 billion in assets. So, no, I did not see what we have today. At the beginning, what I saw was the core group of founders and the fact that they cared for one another and helped one another, that whole brain trust idea, that's what I saw.
The coming together of IFG was just that kind of perfect storm, so to speak. We had the right advisors, the right players, the right founding members, the support staff, and the right person at the head to bring it all together. It's an exciting and amazing thing. You know, look what we did.